Hello, good morning dear students and welcome back to our chemistry class. So successfully we have completed our first lesson, that is matter in our surrounding. Okay, in that we have seen the concept of matter. What is meant by matter, right? Matter is nothing but what? Anything which occupies some space and has mass is called as what? Matter. That we have already seen in our first lesson, everything related to it. What are the states of matter? Okay, solid, liquid, and the gas, as well as what are the how the matter is made up of. The smallest particle of the matter is atom. That everything we have gone through it. Okay, then particles, characteristics of particles of matter, along with few activities I have tried to convince you about everything which is matter. But now the second lesson today we are going to start, and the name of the lesson is what? Is matter around us pure? So we see many times, or in the advertisement also we see, or whenever the milkman is coming to us, that milkman also says to us that our milk is pure milk. We have desi ghee, we have pure ghee. Everywhere we hear the word about the pure, but that word is not actually correct. According to the science, according to the chemistry, the concept of the pure substance is different. But in our day-to-day life, okay, usually the common people used to say pure means there is no adulteration. Commonly, the concept of pure means there is no adulteration, no mixing of any other substance. Commonly, this is the common meaning of the pure. But according to the chemistry, the meaning of pure is different. So, in this introductory class, in the introductory class of the second lesson of the chemistry, we are going to see the concept of pure and how, based on it, how the substance is, or the things which we see around us are classified. Okay, so here in this class we are going to talk about the classification of the substances. Okay, so matter means what? Anything which occupies some space and has mass. So concept of the matter is already clear for us. But now, if you will see on the physical properties, the matter is divided into solid, liquid, and the gases. But chemically, the matter is divided into various things that we will see later. But classification of the matter, if we will do, then the matter is divided into two things. Which are those, students? Those things are pure, according to chemistry I am talking about, and impure. Pure and impure. According to the chemistry or according to the science, what is meant by pure substance? The substance which is made up of only one type of particle, which is made up of only one type of constituent particle. Okay, student? And impure substance means substances which are made up of more than two constituent particles. Okay, students? Now here we can give example as a element and compound. What can come into the pure substances? Element and compound. Suppose see copper, we can take Ag, means gold we can take. So this element is also further classified into metals, second non-metals, and metalloids Okay, and compound can be said as carbon dioxide, water, right? Carbon dioxide, water, or water. This is water. This too can be the example of a compound. There are various examples of the compound, but still we have not learned about the compound. So these two compounds which we are well known about it and we see in our day-to-day life, right? Carbon dioxide, our exhaled out product is carbon dioxide. So we are quite familiar with the carbon dioxide as well as water, which is very liquid life. We say that water is also coming into the compound or which is coming into the pure substances. Okay, now if we talk about the impure substances, then what are the examples of the impure substances? Soil, tea, coffee can come, then air can come, lemonade can come, then our chivda, which is our evening snacks, right? Chivda, that also can come into the impure substances. Okay, students, now I will let you know about it. See, elements. Suppose if we will talk about elements, suppose element can be anything actually, materials, non-materials and the metalloids. If I would take an example of a copper, and I have a sheet of a copper, then the smallest particle of the copper is what? Copper atom. The smallest particle of the copper is what? Copper atom. So through whole that whatever the plate we have or whatever the utensil we have, that is made up of only one type of particle. That is not mixing of anything. So copper or element or metal can be considered as a pure substance. We can take example of any metal that will be considered as a pure substance. Understood? Then copper is the example of a metal. If we will talk about the non-metal example, then oxygen can be the non-metal, chlorine can be the non-metal, carbon can be the non-metal, sulfur can be non-metal, phosphorus can be the non-metal. Whatever the composition of it, it is made up of only one type of particle and that will be said as a pure substance. So this is the example of a metal, this is the example of a non-metal. Now, metalloids. What is meant by metalloids, students? Metalloids are the elements which possesses the properties of both or which behave like a both. Means which behave like a metal also and non-metal also. Example is germanium, right? Polonium. So these are few examples. There are various metalloids are there. So these are few examples of the metalloids. And if you talk about the compound, then compound also will be considered as a pure substance. Why, students? If I have a glass of water over here, right, and this is made up, it is made up of only water molecule. Means throughout this glass, I will be able to found only the water molecule, nothing else except water molecule. See, students, you will say that there are two particles, hydrogen and oxygen, but this is chemically combined together. It is compound. Whenever the compound is forming, that compound is formed by the chemical reaction. Is it easy for us to separate the hydrogen and oxygen molecule, oxygen atom and hydrogen from the water molecule? Easily, manually, is it possible for us? No, it is not possible, because to separate it, we have to undergo chemical reaction. So, the compounds, why compounds are coming into the pure substances? Because to separate the pure substances, we have to undergo chemical reaction. So, if we will take any example of a carbon dioxide gas, then carbon dioxide gas will also be considered as a pure substance, because throughout that carbon dioxide, only carbon dioxide molecules would be there. Even it's a combination of the two gases, carbon and oxygen, but these two gases are chemically bonded together, and to separate them, we have to follow chemical reaction only. Easily, manually, it is not possible to separate them. Understood, students? So, these things are coming into the pure substances. Understood? So, in future, if I would talk about, this is what? Pure milk. Can you say it's a pure milk? You will say our cow, our buffalo gives very pure milk, and that is really purity. Purity is the name of our milk. The milkman always trying to convince us. But scientifically, it is not possible that he is offering us a pure milk. Why, students? Because milk is the composition of what? 90% water only present into the milk, as well as some calcium is present, proteins are present, fats are present. Do you understand? Other minerals are present, other vitamins are present. So the milk is the composition of all these substances. Understood? What are the components of the milk? Water is the main component of the milk, right? Then protein, calcium, right? Fats. We see the cream on a milk. That is what fats only. So fat cream we say. So that everything combined together to form a milk. So can we say the milk is the pure substance? No. So purity is depend on the compound, or that substance should have only one type of particle. Then only it will be said as a pure substance. Now, if we will move towards the impure substances, then impure substances are made up of two types of particles, right? Means, for example, salt solution. If you will have a salt solution, means suppose this is the glass, and solution to form, we have a water and we have added salt in it. Now this salt solution will be considered as a mixture. Okay, so mixture is of two kinds: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means what? Both solute and solvent must be into the same phase. It may be into the liquid phase, it may be into the gaseous phase, it may be into the solid phase. So if it will be present into the same phase, then that mixture is called as homogeneous mixture. And heterogeneous mixture means what, students? If suppose I would take one more utensil in that, I have added water and sand, then that can be the example of a heterogeneous mixture. Why, students? Because here the solute and solvent are in different phase or in the different state of the matter. This water and sand cannot intermix with each other by the diffusion process. So that this mixture is called as what? Heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means what? The two phases must be in a same phase. And heterogeneous mixture means what? The two phases are in a different phase, that is heterogeneous, and same phase means what? Must be into the same phase. So this can be the example of a heterogeneous mixture. So mixtures are coming into the impure substances. Okay, so soil, you can see soil is not made up of only one type of particle. Soil contains various particles. In lower grades you have learned a lot about the soil. Okay, minerals are present, right? Vitamins means soil contains various minerals. Then soil contains a lot amount of sand, grain particles, as well as air, some water particles. So various things are present into the soil. So soil can be considered as a mixture, but it will never considered as a pure substance. See, we can take an example of a tea. Tea we see around us. If you will drink tea, tea has a taste of water, tea has a taste of sugar, tea has a taste of that powder, right? Everything, or milk, or if you will add a ginger in it, it will add the taste of it. So tea can be the homogeneous mixture because tea is the combination of various substances. Okay. If we talk about coffee, coffee also same. Then air is a homogeneous mixture of various gases. Okay, students. If the air is pollutant free, and if the pollutants are present into the air, then air also can be considered as a heterogeneous mixture. So lemonade means what? Lemon juice we offer for our guests during summer season, or we also drink sometimes. That lemonade also can be the example of a homogeneous mixture because it has a taste of a salt, sugar, lemon and water. Understood? Now, if we talk a chivda, which I said you evening snacks, that also can be the example. We can easily separate all the particles. But we can see this is the example of a homogeneous mixture because all the particles are into the solid phase. So, chivda also can be the example of a mixture. So, in today's class, the introductory class of the is matter around the sphere. In that, we have seen about the concept of the pure substances. I hope you have understood the concept, and if you have any doubt, please do let me know. Thank you so much.